Good evening, everyone. We are live. Welcome to Speed Gaming 2 Crystalis Randomizer Tournament 2022. I am Code Gorilla. I'm one of your commentators tonight. Joining me is Night Dew. How's it going, Night Dew?
Pretty well tonight. We've got pretty fun match here tonight. Two people we didn't seem to figure would be in the lower brackets here between Matrick and TheAxeMan301. Axeman holding like most of the records, I believe, on all the vanilla runs, and Matrick, who has been here since like the advent of this randomizer. So that's really kind of big here between these two. So we're still on intermediate round flag here, which means the ones you saw there with the random entrances aren't there yet. So what we got? What do we want tonight? I guess is the thing.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what we could throw at these two racers. It's actually going to throw them for a loop. Um, we've seen some rough early games in the past, and we've seen some full clearing of seeds, looking for that last bow of truth. Maybe just like a late flight would be interesting. We haven't seen. I feel like the way the randomizer and these flags are set up, we see flight pretty early. But maybe seeing that a little bit later would be neat.
Yeah, it really would be.
Really. All right, why don't we go ahead and get this race kicked off, and we can continue talking about it there. So. All right, we should be starting our countdown any second now, and there you go. Oh, by the way, also with us tonight is Tornell tracking. And hopefully, I don't know, this should be a fun race, regardless.
We're just waiting for them to go here.
All right, here we go. Looks like Matrix's timer might not be synced to the race time room, so we'll just keep an eye on Axe's timer. One, and...
Or you can just be starting here. I mean, I know I don't use the delay on mine, but
sure.
There goes Axe, there goes Matrick, and we're off.
Alright, sword right off the bat. Always nice to have. Sword of Wind.
Wow, Sword of Wind from... that could actually be two swords if like, the guaranteed sword could be on...
sure enough.
75 Warp Boots, 21 Medicinal Herbs. Axeman goes for that, and already I've missed what the Elder had. That was Sword of Fire.
Sword of Fire. So yeah, we do in fact have our double sword start.
I would have liked for one of them to shoot at the wall there, just to see if RO might be on there, just because the easiest way to tell if RO is on or not is if you just kind of pierce through the walls, like,
True.
Yeah, if you pierce through the walls, that's the easiest way just to tell here, as both of them heading in GBC Cave here.
Yeah, early game, unless you're going to check Zebu's Cave and trying to go for Brynmire right away, I think you just go for these two free items and figure out where this is going to dump you out.
Oh boy, butterflies in GBC Cave. I love to see it.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you're going to make it easy on them, give them a free Psycho Armor early on.
Oh, okay, fine. I thought we were going to make it, I thought we were going to make it difficult on these two. Let's just give them, some health regeneration to go along with two swords at the beginning of the game. Man, I hope you're right and they buried flight somewhere.
Alright, so we do have unidentified key items on, because Matrick just picked up a guitar. It'll be some kind of flute. Oh, and we can break the wall in GBC Cave. Not that it does as much good.
Okay, RO is definitely, again, that's interesting. Sahara, not exactly where you want to pop out here. Both of them just probably go telepoint and,
yeah, immediately well
back there, but... Even with those little small poison ticks they took there, I mean, hey, we've got Psycho Armor. We just kind of stand still for a moment. Not that you really want to do that. Now, Axeman takes a paralysis, but could just warp back there.
Probably isn't even worried about it at this point. Can easily reset at pretty much any point. Yeah, there we go. There's the reset. That'll automatically cure the paralysis. And, okay. It's looking like we might have vanilla walls, because Zebu's Cave had an ice wall in it.
Yep, and Metric trips the leaf kidnapping and is walking back. Oh, I might be checking to see if that guitar they picked up is the alarm fluid, I would guess.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Here. I mean, doesn't really have to be, as we do have Bryn Mawr and the other exit GBC Cave as well.
Yep. Yeah, no one's been to the free exit of GBC Cave yet. Alright, not the alarm flute.
Well, I mean, it's information at the very least there, as Axeman is going through, picks up level 2 here fairly early before scaling, and is off to Saber West, and again, with knowing that we probably have vanilla items on us, or vanilla walls on, especially with that Psycho Armor, this doesn't feel scary at all, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, this is now 3 for 3 on walls that have been vanilla. I'm confident at this point that these are vanilla walls, and I'm just gonna act accordingly.
Yeah, I'm still kind of trying to piece together here. Well, that Mimic went down to fire, and Axe says, I'm gonna farm a little bit of cash here early on this one.
So this is interesting. Metric did take the other exit to GBC Cave, and ended up in the Bryn Mawr area anyways.
What's more interesting is that Rabbit Boots, that will give Matrick access to the Tornado Bracelet Cave, something that Axeman will not have at this point.
Alright, we've got Takahana looking for an unusual statue, so maybe vanilla trade-ins? Hard to say at this point.
Yeah, cheap medicinal herbs and more Warp Boots in Bryn Mawr as well. So, lots of plants, lots of easy enemies. I mean, we're just throwing them away up here.
Oh, and they aren't even going to need those Warp Boots, because Axeman just found Teleport on Mount Saber West.
Teleport on Saber West. I believe that means Rabbit Skip could now be our way forward, as we do see everybody's favorite flail guys in the...
Not even Rabbit Skip, right? Just legitimately triggering the kidnapping.
Yeah, the kidnapping has been triggered, but you still have to have telepathy to talk to the rabbits.
Oh, true. True. And you just need teleport to get over that entrance, so yeah. Do the first check vanilla, and the second check with the glitch.
Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. Alright, Matrick getting bullied by a mosquito here, and getting paralyzed, unfortunately. Gonna confirm that this is an ice wall, and then walk back out.
Hoped he had a lysis plant, but unfortunately no. The one time you do want a lysis plant.
Decides to reset to the checkpoint and try again. Makes sense.
Yep, Axeman did find the teleport spell, and okay, is mostly on his
Matrick getting paralyzed again and taking another reset.
I can imagine the words Matrick has. I did miss what Axeman found on all his paralysis shenanigans. Did keep me from seeing what Axeman did find on the top there. I can guess the words there. However, we're also going to welcome our raiders over from Speed Gaming.
Hey, welcome Speed Gaming.
We're very early into this Crystalis Randomizer match here, and Matrick has found his way into the Tornado Bracelet Cave without being paralyzed, so... Oh, and then he takes a poisoning right after. I think it already does have that Psycho Armor, so hey, I mean, you stand still for a sec. The healing from the Psycho Armor will outpace. Just
unfortunately, just found a Mimic there, so being able to make that check when Axe couldn't isn't even going to pay off for him.
Yep, now I did see a second flute up in Axeman's inventory there. That could be our alarm flute there.
Yeah.
But Axe is going straight to, and unless I miss my guess here, it looks like, based on what Matrick and them have been hitting here, that vanilla weaknesses might be on here.
Yeah, I could see that. I haven't been paying close enough attention myself, except for the kind of obvious mimics, but I think you might be right. In which case, we could see a Kelbesk 1 fight with just a level 1 sword. I mean, we need something here to actually make progress. There's not that many more places left to check. So there's that teleport again on Matrick's side.
Yeah, I would be a little interested in seeing if that alarm flute takes us a little further away. That's a hazmat suit, and Axe says that's all I need to see right now.
Yeah, that's enough for him to just reset out.
Yeah, 50-50 shot that one of those two flutes is now an insect flute.
Yeah.
I mean, Kelbesk, right now, I mean, we're not guaranteed to have battle magic, so Kelbesk with a level 1 win is possible here.
Yeah, it could be required. Right. We already knew that one wasn't the alarm flute. Ah, but the other one is. And finds
Hey.
Tornell's Bane. I think that's a bow?
No, that's a third flute.
Oh, that's a flute?
Yeah.
I don't remember that name.
I don't either. I do not know why it's Tornell's Bane there, so, yeah, and it's definitely
There's some
vanilla
stories
turn.
behind that.
Yeah, I had a feeling there might be.
So we're 3 out of 4 flutes already, so one of them has been positively ID'd as the alarm flute, so the question is our progression on either Stom or on the insect, possibly?
By the way, I did confirm on Matrick's side the cello, the alarm flute that we found, was on the top of Mount Saber West, and Tornell there was looking for the tornado bracelet, which again points to vanilla trade-ins. So Axeman now checking that tornado bracelet spot, finding the mimic, killing it for some quick cash, and then teleporting out of Mount Saber West again. Matrick doing a walk back to... Where is he walking to? I mean, I guess he's just walking to the Bryn Mawr area, and he's gonna go up Mount Saber North.
I mean, that does seem to be the case here.
Yeah, I suppose I'm just a little surprised to not see him teleport to Bryn Mawr instead of walking through East Cave, but...
Yeah. I mean, getting a teleport for Nadarius isn't a bad thing either here, given we do have access to teleport. But Axe is apparently saying we are, oh no, that's Dom's up there, so we're...
Yep.
Okay, Axe does have a spare set of 4 food, so is going to take advantage of that particular glitch. So from Stom, we do find a
lamp.
We find a lamp.
Not much we can do with a lamp at the moment, but could be useful later. Could
Yeah.
be very important if it's the fog lamp and we have Vanilla Dolphin on. I know that's been a bottleneck in a lot of these early rounds and mid-round seeds.
I mean, could be important if we find a statue and it turns out to be the glowing lamp, too.
Very true.
I'd say it looks like Axe picked up a armor and a weapon there. I'm not sure why you'd pick up armor given we did have the psycho armor already, but Axe Axe is getting the information. He doesn't know that the other exit to GBC cave is going to lead him back to where he already knew where it was here.
Yep. At which point he's just going to take the teleport to Nadare's, and it's like, okay, resigned, we kind of have to do this now, because I guess the only thing is, I don't know if Axeman checked for Insect Flute.
I did not see it. I did see that he was in the oak area, but I did not see a check for Giant Insect now.
Yeah, it seems like he just went there to get the warp point and did the Stomp fight.
Yeah, which would be absolutely hilarious if the prison key's on the insect.
Well, the good/bad news for our racers is, if it is, neither of them are going to check that right now, and so they'll both end up missing it.
Okay, we don't. That did not look like a buffed medicinal herb for Matrick there. So
Absolutely not. No.
just a magic ring over there. So now what are we gonna find?
Yeah, our racers are pretty much tied up. They're at pretty much the same spot with mostly the same checks. I think Axeman is up the Stone fight and having walked to Oak.
Yeah, he is definitely just up the Stomp fight, but yeah, I don't think Matrick is a little further ahead in the caves here. X has found that magic ring there. Yeah, he's up on scaling, so yeah, just the Stomp fight there. As Matrick definitely has not been to Oak, but he will make his way here to the prison. I hate those sword-wielding Draconian guards, by the by.
Oh yeah, no, they're awful. They're so tanky too. They're almost just never worth actually killing. Although I didn't pay attention to see if one of them tried to hit them with the Sword of Wind. Would be another easy way to confirm vanilla weaknesses.
Yeah, by what I've seen, it does seem that vanilla weaknesses probably are on.
Yeah.
Orb of Water doesn't really do us anything, and Matrick is thinking here for a moment. He's like,
I think Matrick's healing is what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting ready for the Kelbesk fight, and he's just standing still to get some HP back. Makes sense. Kelbesk 1 can be kind of tough with low resources like this. Although you do have good armor, so you're not taking much damage from him walking into you, so it's not too bad. You want to avoid the projectiles, because those are going to do a lot more damage when you have no shield. Axe picked up a shield in a shop, so that's going to help him a little bit here.
It's a Carapace shield, so it's 1 damage down here, although both of these are fairly old hands, and honestly the sword charging from the rabbit boots is definitely a thing too. Patrick not taking any chances, taking both of those, and gets the final
insect
there.
Yeah, this looks like insect required at this point, because I don't think of it. I can't think of anything else they could do right now.
No, there is absolutely nothing else they could do. Progression is on the insect.
Alright, we've got a required bonus boss today.
I love to see it, but my whole thing with the insect is well documented.
Now, Matrick hasn't done the Stomp fight yet, so we might see him dip out to do the Stomp fight right away, or he might go straight to the insect fight.
I mean, yeah, he's what's got the telepoint there. I would say definitely, given that Matrick is right here, here comes the insect loot check.
Yeah, and then if this turns out to be nothing, you go get the Stomp fight, because it's more out of the way. Almost a vanilla insect fight. You got the level 1 fire sword. In some ways it's worse than vanilla because you can't even do the sword charge glitch.
Yeah, true. Yeah, you having a level 2 fire sword right here, but no, you're fighting the insect as intended.
And there's Flight.
Oh, well, that's, okay, so yeah, that's out of Sahara, that's an Amazon's check there, that's Dragon 1 access, yeah, that's all kinds of things. Just got,
Yeah, that opens up a ton.
that's possibly Chiron, but we don't know if, have we checked Mimic Glitch? I don't think we checked Mimic Glitch yet. And it is not on. Amazon's is not on the table.
At least you have that easy warp point for going back at some point. Matrick now going to go do the Stone fight.
Pick up his Hornell's Bane here, and Axeman's just going to go check the, yeah, we have pretty much a complete parity here right now. Both level 4. Matrick's gonna pick up that scaling, and Axe finding out that, well, maybe this isn't great here. Not sure why Matrick just didn't go back to...
Maybe he didn't check Akahana earlier?
I guess he... well, I mean...
No, that wasn't it.
No, I mean, he's...
Oh, he was out of MP. He didn't have enough MP for teleport.
Yeah,
that's all it was.
He just didn't use the Inn at Amazon, so...
I think you have to be very careful with those warp boots. I don't remember if it actually works if you go to Amazon.
It 100% does.
Sorry, Sahara.
Alright.
I want to say it does.
Well, there's our first level 2 sword there, and the Orb of Wind there. That's gonna make stabbing Dragon a little bit easier. Not that these two really need it, but, you know, hey.
Still, you take what you can get, and it'll make it a little faster, if nothing else. Matrick also picking up that Orb of Wind. Looks like nothing much of note in the pyramid from Dragon 1. But it is a required boss, so... Steve confirming that it does work in Sahara. Yeah. So that could be... I don't know, it could be a missed menu, could be not thinking ahead, could be just not being confident that it would work. Although I would expect Matrick to know. Certainly better than I would. Alright, we've got Axeman heading up to the Goa area. Probably just gonna stop in Goa to get the warp point.
Yeah, I don't mind that, but I would be very interested here in just straight up diving, back at Goa here, and that does seem exactly where Matrick is. His axe is headed towards Hydra here.
Yep.
Oh, there's a strange statue, so that's, either one of our statues. Could be the one the lamp works with here.
Yeah, there's a small chance they have another item just sitting in their inventory, or Matrick does at least.
I mean, the big thing here is we do have access to, they do have access to the complete back of Hydra there via Flight and Sword of Wind here with Vanilla Walls. Axe could just be saying, I'm just gonna go clean out Hydra right now.
That does make a certain amount of sense. You can't get the Chiron warp point yet, since Statue Glitch is off, but you can get all the items here and just not have to worry about this again until you come back to do Stixie. Ooh, Axe getting paralyzed there, and there's still at least one more wall he needs to break on his way. Oh, are we gonna see Cure It with Nooper? We are. Alright, now can you get out? Alright, good job, Axe, you did it.
Meanwhile, Matrix saw something there I missed. Well, I guess would not be able to break the Thunder Wall there, but did warp back to... Oh, that looks like, no, that's level 2 wind, isn't it? Okay. That's a sword at the, I believe Gozen Ledge, I believe it is? Which sword was that? Is that Thunder? Is that a warp?
Nope, it must be water. Because that's what Axe is using now.
Nope, that's definitely water. Okay, so water is on Hydra. So Hydra gets paid here.
Yeah, Magic now following in Axe's footsteps, taking the Go warp point, and then straight into Mount Hydra.
And there's our first bow. So Hydra paying out really well today, and Metric may not be remembering the statue glitches off here. He's gonna
Oh, there we go. Now I remembered.
Oh, nope. Yep. It's like, wait a minute here. Excuse me. Yeah, I wish I had that sort of water for all those Medusas up front. That's wonderful XP there, as we find a key. Oh man, that makes me want to actually, I don't know if I actually want to walk it out here. Maybe teleport back to Goa?
Yeah, it's tough because you don't have the Chiron warp point.
Oh, okay. Axeman's gonna actually take the... Oh no, he went back to leave. Okay, he's gonna check to see if it's a windmill. I was kind of thinking maybe it's Dixie?
Right, no.
It could actually be,
Could be key to prison, which is where Axeman's actually going.
Oh. This is kind of a spicy check here.
I like this, because there's a lot of stuff, especially with the Sword of Fire, in the Portoa area. That's just so many items. If this pays off, which it did.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's, I mean, Recover's not bad to find there, as Metric does pick up his Sword of Water as well here, but yeah, just beelining that, getting the Portoa region, that's access to practically everywhere here. And if we've got that Shelf Loot in hand, I mean, we still need to, go poke our head in and talk to Rage there, but, yeah, assuming one of those could be the Shelf Loot, we could have access to ESI right now.
Yeah. This is shaping up to be possibly relatively fast. We do still need that Sword of Thunder. And obviously there's still 2 more bows that could be who knows where.
Yeah, just a medicinal herb on Rage here, but... oh, is X-Man gonna, give us Carissa here as well? I mean, we've got 75%, well, I mean, we had 3 flutes. I mean, it's 50-50 right now, with the 2 remaining that,
yeah, because we've used 2 of the flutes. Yeah. We only have 1 that we don't know what it is.
Yeah, so we either have Flute of Lime or the Shell Flute.
Yeah. I mean, both of them are going to be useful in the Portoa area here.
Yeah, I would actually... I do like that clue on the guards there. I mean, to be fair, I mean, if you went to go check Rage, you have the teleport spell, so... Yeah, I get this check here, but I'm like, man, I kind of also want to see the, Alright, so Matrick not going to check that key there, knows that he does not have... So we can't actually get to the shops in Goa either, and is teleporting to Brynmare. I'm gonna check that statue here. It is not the statue that Akahana's looking for.
And it's not Fog Lamp, or... Sorry, Glowing Lamp plus Broken Statue.
Patrick is now going to be very disappointed. That key is not to the windmill here, as we do get our eyes on Carissa. And was that 2 opal statues in Carissa?
It sure was. 2 of the 3 opal statues were in Carissa Plant Cave.
Yeah, I mean, as a runner, I'm not unhappy to pick up 2 opal statues, but
it is definitely a spot where Matrick could gain back some time if he just doesn't check Carissa Plant Cave.
teleport back there, as he still does not have enough MP for the teleport spell. Ooh, did not see what the first item here was, but let's see what, Queen has a Fruit of Power Blizzard Bracelet. Is the reward for calming the angry sea today.
The worst?
Okay, Matrick is on the correct path here, as Fruit of Reppin, which immediately gets tossed out. And X trying both here is going to... I was about to say, why would you teleport when you've got an item right over here? That's just normal fire. Nobody needs that, right?
Could be Statue of Gold they have too.
Could be. That would be a Blizzard Bracelet.
Yeah, it definitely could be the Statue of Gold there. That's it. Matrick is going to poke his head in here. Okay, he wanted to get confirmation that he is looking for his lamp there. Now, Axe has made all the other checks there, so if the... Oh, he's in, so we've got the Shell Flute.
It also shows you if Vanilla Dolphin's on or not.
And sure enough, that was Vanilla Dolphin, because Axe found the Fisherman now. And so this won't be an item, but we do have the Shell Flute. There it is.
I mean, level 2 fire, flight, sort of wind, the ability to break rocks here. There's no way Axe just doesn't just straight up clean out ESI at this point.
Yeah. You take everything here, you head on in, you clear out Sabara's Fortress too. Hopefully you remember to actually get the item from Clark.
Yep, it does also mean that, given the statue glitch is not on, his Matrick is going to repeat Axe's dive into Carissa Plant Cave here and get those 2 opal statues that we can get 1 chest in Waterfall Cave, but we are going to be locked off by the statues there. There's no way to get by them except for the Flute of Lime here, so we don't know what's buried behind there, but there are still 4 live checks in Froglamp Cave as well here. And I'm wondering if Matrick might feel either behind or something just to kind of maybe take a peek at those here.
Yeah, I have to imagine we'll be putting off Waterfall Cave for a while with as much stuff as available to our runners. Either trying to fade it entirely, or at least fade it until you have the Flute of Lime and can full clear it.
Yep, so far nothing really groundbreaking here in ESI here. Axe has found basically consumables and a mimic, it looks like.
Yep.
Matrick getting the good bad news of this was just Opal Statue Cave.
Warps back to Portoa. Probably gonna finish out this quest chain.
Battle armor. Well, I mean, having Psycho armor, not so much here. I do get the okay, so it's just a okay, Fruit of Power was the item on the Flute of Lime vanilla spot here, as Axe is into it is Sabara's castle menu there, as Matrick gets the news about the Blizzard bracelets. Does Matrick continue to follow? I mean, probably, I would assume here, gonna heal up this Dolphin, get the Fruit of Rep, and probably fly in, pick up that Orb of Fire, and I don't know if he does, he should probably end up doing the same check, which should show him that we do have Vanilla Dolphin. He is turning around right now. And just to mimic there, Axe has opened up a little bit of a progression lead here, but in terms of valid checks that they both made, we're still even on 19 scaling here.
Yeah, the only bad news for Matrick is in order to break this pattern and actually get ahead, he has to start doing some things that... He has to start skipping some things that Axe has checked, and right now Axe is doing all stuff that's required anyways. Like, I imagine Matrick is going to beeline to Evil Spirit Island after getting this warp point in Joel.
Yeah, you can't really skip Sabera 1. She's kind of required, but yeah.
There's our last flute. We know that that's the Flute of Lime.
Well, I mean...
Waterfall Cave gets a bit more interesting.
Yeah, especially with two bows and the Sword of Thunder still AWOL here.
Plus, you haven't done Fog Lamp Cave yet, so getting that hint will let you know if there's anything useful back there. Which could be very nice to have, just so you don't have to go all the way back into Fog Lamp Cave, or be tempted to skip it.
Yeah, I think it just kind of comes down to what we find here. Again, like a Sword of Thunder, and I would assume that a Sword of Thunder would point them both. I mean, at that point, you're in bow mode, honestly. There.
Yeah. You get the Sword of Thunder here, you're going straight to Goa.
Oh yeah.
And you're just trying to kill bosses as much as possible.
Maybe find at least one bracelet on the way up, since like Blizzard seems to be the one you don't really care about so much. Just a magic ring on Sabera 1, not not terrible to find, but not hugely here. Clark is going to give us
Orb of Thunder. Not quite the Thunder implement we were looking for.
no, but not entirely unwelcome either. So
No, it'll definitely be a welcome upgrade once you actually find the Sword of Thunder.
yep, Axe has decided that now is the time, and he is going to dive Oasis and possibly the back of Goa, which is interesting all in itself here, especially knowing that you've got that Flute of Lime and have all those other checks before. Again, just okay, Axe hasn't been here at all. Does get that statue up, which we do not know which one it is, only that it is not the one Akahana wants.
That's correct. Matrick picking up that battle armor, finishing up Evil Spirit Island. This is at least time that is, time that Matrick's getting back, because Matrick's already done all these checks. Now, we didn't find much of anything useful here, but, obviously Axe is still going to do all the checks that he can here. Finding nothing else in Oasis Cave, as we knew.
And is noping out, says, I'm going to pick that stuff up here. I was going to get the bad news about Akahana does not want that statue here. And is now reporting back over to Zombie Town.
Oh. I didn't know about that hint, but that was a hint about what statue you need to calm the angry sea.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was the Dragon Dark statue.
Okay, so the Dragon Dark statue, which, makes sense there now that I think about it, but...
Yeah, I imagine in the vanilla game that just says Statue of Gold. There's a couple of spots like that. Another one you can find is a hint for the Insect Flute in Oak, assuming you found the... found telepathy and rescued the small child.
Yeah, so Axe now is,
Ooh, there's another bow.
Ooh, so... Crypt Dive is a thing that could be a thing here, I mean,
It's on the table, certainly.
It's on the table, I mean, it's not like we found a Sword of Thunder in there this turn or anything, we have.
Alright, what's this hint got for us? A love pendant.
Well, I mean, it's not dead, and, well, I guess we really don't have paralysis yet, so it's not entirely live, but,
Yeah, it only locks one check, and so I could understand... It's like right on the threshold of you have to really think about whether or not you want to actually pick it up. Golden Idol? May or may not actually be the Statue of Gold. Actually, no, we know it's not the Statue of Gold, because the Statue of Gold is the Dragon Dart statue.
so that is either our broken statue... Oh, there's a skeleton key, so, that's either Windmill or Stixie.
And that's a Tornado Bracelet, so... Actually not bad, Waterfall Cave.
Not bad, but that does mean that Tornell is now alive, as we do know he wants a Tornado Bracelet.
Yeah. Metric following in Axe's steps and checking out Waterfall Cave here, gets that second bow.
Yeah, I am super surprised neither of them dove the back a go, and assume your axe here, and assume, like, it's vanilla, so yeah, we don't have the sword for Carmine, but, you know, let's assume that the sword is, like, in Carmine's area.
Yeah.
How behind do you feel at that point?
A little bit. Like, I don't know, I can see the argument for not tipping Goa, because you know you aren't killing Carmine. You didn't have any statues at the time, so you know you weren't curing Kensu. You know you aren't getting out of Carmine's floor, so you're not getting any deeper into Goa.
I mean, assuming it's vanilla Goa layout.
True.
So far it is here. But that skeleton key is looming a little bit too. We're still not in any kind of shortage on where this sword or this last bow, for all intents and purposes, could be here.
Yeah, that key is blocking 6 checks on 2 different sides of the world.
Yep.
So we got the news that Slimed Kensu wanted the Oh, interesting. Metric just blew through the 2 statues that we had.
Okay, so one of them was the, blew through both of them, so one of the ones was the one Akahana wanted, the other one was the broken statue, and what became Warp Boots, so a small little womp there. Axe finds an iron necklace, so again, we have parity once again, and key item checks here, but Axe only has one last item to find here in the back of Goa, and it's just a medical herb, so we're blocked here from the rest of Goa Fortress, I believe. Oh, no, one more to check here. Oh no, knows it's a magic ring, he just did not want to use the opal for it, and the skeleton key is the windmill key, okay.
So yeah, we saw that Slime Kensu wanted the Matric figurine, so Matric didn't actually have that information, but was just going to go check the statues anyways. We now know that the other 2 statues are important. We got a Carissa plant from the front of the sealed cave, and then Matric teleports Brynmire and goes in the back entrance. Meanwhile, Axe about to get
Checking Stixie. Oh.
Yeah, about to get some bad news about that key. It is not the key to Stixie.
I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. I mean, again, Stixie kind of seems to be the faster of the checks here, as Matric does down the vampire here, and gets spacebar. I believe that's the other, spacebar is,
I believe that's the key.
Yeah, that's the key to Stixie, okay.
Sometimes these unidentified names are a little hard to tell even what category of item they are, but you can always go look at the pictures if you need to.
Yeah, Sacred Shield not unwelcome here, so Matrick kind of has taken a small lead here. Now, he is down 5 chests in the back of Goa, but knowing that those are kind of nothing here that's a Storm Bracelet.
Yeah, another Thunder upgrade for a sword we don't have. Okay, there's that Dragon Dart statue. You could go get your Blizzard Bracelet if you really wanted to. There's that Sword of Thunder. And you're not going to find out what that last item in Sealed Cave is.
Oh no. And we are...
But hey, you made it to Chiron without change or statue glitch.
Yeah, we did make it there. And I did miss that Carissa play in the front now, a little useless here as we do not have the change spell. But Sword of Thunder means Matrick is beelining up for Goa here. With Flight here, does mean we can get in front here. Does mean Goa Fortress is completable. And does mean we can trip the Chiron Massacre by walking up here, so, I mean...
I actually haven't been to Chiron. Or did they just get teleported there? I missed that.
Oh,
yeah,
never mind. The flight skip is, not on.
Oh, so you actually can't logically get to Carmine.
Well, I mean, you can totally use the back door still, but,
Well, no, but I'm... to Carmine's fight specifically. Because there's more of these statues right before the fight.
Is that skip not guaranteed in this? I can't remember.
No, it's not.
It's not guaranteed, no. So, Matrick says...
Oh, his barrier is not guaranteed also, right?
Yeah, barrier is not guaranteed, yeah.
Oh, yeah, barrier
So it
might
could be required.
Yep,
Okay, so
definitely.
you could be forced to just face tank the beams. Yeah, sorry, I keep getting which flag sets are in which rounds mixed up.
Same. I've been playing them and I still get confused. Did Axeman check the other item in Windmill Cave?
I did not notice.
Okay.
I was focused on Matrick getting beat up by the barrier statues. Matrick taking on Kelvesk 2 here. Getting a little close to death, but pulls it out.
I was gonna say, does not want to burn that other opal statue here. Did burn one getting in the front door here. As Axe does say Sword of Thunder time, I'm going through the back door. As Matrick gets his favorite item in the game and hops on it a couple times for good measure. Axe getting the bad news that, unfortunately, that flight
This is
not on.
with no refresh and nerfed medical herbs. Yeah, that's almost guaranteed to be an opal statue burn.
Yep, and here's Carmine. Unfortunately for Carmine, our runners have found the Storm Bracelet, so, and I missed that. Was that change?
Change.
It was change.
Okay. Maybe I didn't miss it then, but yeah, okay, so changes the Farah's area, and we just have an antidote and a, we don't know, and a magic ring. Okay. So Carmine's floor, nothing but consumables.
Yeah. A required boss fight and a bunch of garbage.
Yeah, by Matrick, I really want to be pulling out like a Warrior Ring or a Power Ring. A Psycho Shield is not terrible either here for,
It's a little nice because he's currently being harassed by a mosquito, but yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved something a little bit more spicy for Sabera 2 with 36 scaling and only a ball of fire here, but
Yeah. And not even a barrier either. This is going to be a bit of a tough fight.
I mean, at least having, I mean, Rabbit Boots, I guess, for 3 level 2 charges is going to be nice at least, but Sabera is going to have a ton of actual hit points here. Well, okay, that's not so bad. Level 2 shots hitting about 2 or 3 times, taking off about 16, 12 apiece here. If it hits twice, about 18 if it hits 3 times, so not terrible, not great. I love when Sabera just hangs out at the back of the right where you can actually see her, but you can't shoot her.
Yeah, just barely off screen enough that it's like she's just taunting you.
Yep. Yep, so Axe is still continuing to go through the back of Goa here. Does hit level 11 here, and is going to be presented with his own Mado fight here. So, again, does have Rabbit Charge here, but Mado not free here either.
Nope.
So doing 11 per level 2 sword shot, Mado doing a lot for Cannonball.
Oh, just barely clipping a shuriken and popping in an opal statue there.
Not what you really wanted. I mean, if you're gonna pop the opal, you really hope to have it in the point where you can actually just get some stabs in. Looks like Magic is taking this one a little close, but has just down Severa 2 here.
The only hit point that matters is the last one.
Yep. Does get that medical herb, does get healed by Tornell, is off to Mado's floor, so our runners will high-five in just a little bit. Axe is about halfway through Mado here. Mado also wants to be difficult, as Mado does. Axe does have one medicinal herb. I don't know if he... I think he doesn't have any opals here, so he's really got to be somewhat careful to... Excuse me. Oh, speed boots on Mado's floor.
Help, although it's not going to be very long before Axe picks them up too.
Nope, does masterfully take care of that Mado fight there. Runs back, gets the healing here. And so yeah, gonna have speed boost parity really quick here. And that key item disparity, 37 to 33, is gonna be cleaned up just by the sheer amount of stuff that Matrick found on the lower floors, and he's gonna give that time back when he starts checking the upper floors here.
Oh, there's a barrier. Might have liked to have that for the Sabera fight.
Oh yeah, I mean, might have liked to have that in the Carmine approach. That'll probably save Matrick his other opal here, but he's gonna have, okay, he notices that he's fairly close to another level and has easily killable enemies on the way, so is gonna stab a few wyverns here and pick up his level 11 as well.
I do wonder whether or not barrier was logically guaranteed in this seed or not. You could get to it without...
Yeah, you could technically get to it without going through either of those, so, I mean, technically it was logically guaranteed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's technically.
Yeah, obviously it's not going to make a difference for either of our runners. They're just going to pop on in.
Now, Matrick, I do believe, still has his...
well, not anymore.
Oh, no, he is gone now. But he burned it real early in the fight. Did get a few good stabs in on Mado there, so... But, I think actually has a few more medicinal herbs than Axe did have in this fight, so it has a little bit more cushion, but is also entering this on about 4 more scaling than Axeman did, so...
Yep, takes
oh,
a death.
no, yep.
And is deciding, you know what, I'm going to teleport out, and I will approach this from the other direction. After I go get that Blizzard Bracelet that I know where it is. Because I believe, I don't remember if they both found it, but I know Matrick, I think the Dragon Dart statue was on Sabera's floor, so Axeman hasn't found it yet. But Matrick knows that this is the Blizzard Bracelet. Let's go make Moto 2 that much easier. And just get through the fight and not death cycle on it, which perfectly reasonable. Moto 2 definitely one of the hardest boss fights in this game.
So, Matrick picks up the Blizzard Bracelet and is heading back to Shyren for the easier Mado fight here. Oh, I'm gonna pick off Mado 1 while we're at it here, because, hey, why not?
Yep.
tell he's in a hurry because he didn't even stop and kick stop.
And oh, just barely dodging all those Blizzard Shurikens.
Yep.
And now out of MP to actually do another level 3 charge. But still manages to take out Moto 1. Picks up Paralysis. That's interesting.
Oh boy, remember that love pendant back in a Foglamp Cave?
Yep.
It's a thing now. I mean, we've got a lot of one-offs that this last boat could be hiding out on still.
You also now have everything you need to get the checks from the Amazones Queen. So you have Change, Crystal Plant. You could use Paralysis to get in for the back item.
Yep, after stopping for a moment, thinking about that, but then kind of finds out that,
Did he check Brokahana?
no.
No, he teleported straight here. Looks like Matrix wants to check the power ring spot real quick. But yeah, I have to imagine Matrix going back into Goa after this because he still hasn't cleared out Carmine's floor. So as far as he knows, there's still like 7 more items back there.
Yep. Oh, wow, that's, but Matrix does find a warrior ring back at the Iron, So,
Okay.
yeah, so now Axeman does still have to trip the Shiren Massacre here, but will have all of his bosses down.
Yeah, and got through that Kelbest 2 fight very quickly with Barrier.
Oh, is gonna walk there and trip it, but ignores Brokahana.
Well, you have to actually fight Moto 1 before you can check
Oh,
Brokahana.
that's right, you do have to fight Mato 1, yep, that is correct.
Alright, Matrix about to get the bad news about Carmine's floor.
I mean, to be fair, he probably really doesn't feel all that great about having to back off on Mato 2 there.
No. See him get in position to do the flight glitch, remember that it's not on, and then switch over to Barrier real quick. But yeah, this is going to be a free Carmine fight with both Barrier and Storm Bracelet. Alright, here's Brokahana on Axe's side. Finds the Matrix figurine, so you could go back into Goa and cure Kensu. Like Axe is gonna head over to Joel to use the eyeglasses. We've got too many key items. We've got to cycle them out. Looks like we're gonna see Axeman just doing a world tour of one-off checks at this point.
I mean, that's all aside from Foglamp Cave, and now I kind of wonder, oh, is this a... Oh no, it's going to Amazones. I mean, the big thing is, I mean... Crypt Dive? Nope,
Surely Tornell wouldn't have anything, right?
Surely Tornell wouldn't have anything. Just an opal statue in the back of Amazones, though.
And traded plants with the Queen.
Somehow I think we got the worst end of that deal.
Finding those build your own warp boots. Alright, Matrix back to Moto 2. Now with a Blizzard Bracelet and just in case a Warrior Ring as well,
Crit
this should
check.
not be a problem for him.
And is Axeman going to... Yep, Axeman's going to check the crypt here. Do we have Sun and Moon, or do we have one of them and True? Let's
I mean,
find
there's
out.
not that many other things left to check. I guess there's Stixie. I don't think anyone's been into Stixie yet.
Alright, so now we are on,
Oh, we have the Bow of Truth, and we're missing one of Sun and Moon.
Okay,
So, no Crypt Dive today.
fortunate. Okay, so we know we have the Matrick figurine. So again, Matrick is up a few checks that I'm not remembering all of it. Matrick is going to make that ill-fated Crypt Dive as well here. Axeman says, well, I had that hint about a love pendant, so let's go check that here. Oh man, you know the thing I'm thinking that I would be checking immediately myself, now that I kind of remember it.
What's that?
That spacebar. We gotta keep
Yeah.
sticks.
That's what I was thinking as well, is like, there's 6 items up there. It's pretty good odds that that's where the bow is
Yeah.
at this point. I do understand making the Crypt Dive, because if you have the Bow of Sun and Moon and you find the Bow of Truth on the way to Dragon 2, boom, you're done. But we already know that's not going to work out. Okay, so it turns out it's the Bow of Sun and the Bow of Truth that they have. Axeman must have found that love pendant relatively quickly and then immediately teleported out.
Now, again, I believe since that love pendant was in the front, could it actually mask some of the other items there?
I don't believe so. Well, no. If I understand, I've been told that I understand it wrong before, but if I understand how the hint works correctly, everything deeper than the love pendant should be garbage.
Right, well, okay, we're gonna get the love pendant check here momentarily. Meanwhile, Matrick is going to give us that
That's a
60
flame
check.
bracelet for the love pendant, by the way.
Not unwelcome here, but not what our runners are looking for. As Axe heads back to Goa, and goes back to flight. Oh no, is gonna go to turn in that statue. I wonder if Axeman remembers that he has that.
Oh, there it is! Matrick has found the Bow of Truth, and just immediately don't care about the rest of the items in Stixie. We're in go mode. Heal up in Sahara. Let's do this.
Now that's the thing. You're gonna heal up in Sahara. Tower. I mean, you do have the storm bracelet.
Yeah, I think these runners are going to be fine getting through Dragon 2 and Tower.
I mean, you're just gonna have a little bit of a resource check there, given I believe Matrick has like 6 rings. Does have the barrier spell, so hey, that's nice.
We're just past the hour mark here, and we are heading into the end game. Axe is probably starting to feel a little nervous here. Like Steve said, as he should, because we know that Matrick is, I don't know, 10 minutes out from the end of this game. We'll see if he has bad luck with Dragon 2.
They don't have the power ring, so that makes it take a little longer.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not getting a one cycle here without the power ring. Oh, but Dragon 2 is being nice today and opening up immediately. So yeah, that's not doing a lot of damage.
Oh, it's doing a whole lot of damage, but it's doing enough damage. Oh man, yeah, Matrick needs to be careful. He really doesn't want to burn that opal here, if he can help it. Oh, and Dragon is at least playing nice here. As said, yeah, it's gonna burn that last, and it's just gonna sit on
7 magic rings.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, gonna have plenty of thunderstorms. Wow, that is the nicest Dragon 2 I have ever seen.
Yeah, for not having a power ring, that went by really fast.
Oh, the other check in Windmill Cave was refresh.
Oh, Axe just picked up the space bar. Okay. He didn't have the key?
No, yeah.
Because he went in the front of Windmill and he got teleported out before he got it.
Oh,
That makes sense. Yeah, that's gonna be the thing that made the difference then.
Yep, just which way you went into, yeah, that's, terrible. Matrick is beginning his tower ascent here. Is getting a little bodied by these initial robots, but, yeah, I guess the other healing here is Psycho Armor, which is, at the very least, when you're stuck to shooting these robots for 10 damage a shot on, Thunder here, hey, you know, I guess it's, some regeneration is better than no regeneration.
Opting for Warrior Ring strats on the Bronze robots, then switching to the level 3 charges for the White robots. Again, no power ring, so you make do with what you got.
I mean, to be fair, what you got is still 6 magic rings in inventory, so, yeah, we apologize for those of you who do not like, flashing lights here, as, you are going to be seeing a lot of thunderstorms here.
Alright, Axe has picked up his Bow of Truth, or Bow of Moon, rather, his third bow. Not even bothering to use the in Sahara and just booking it straight for the crypt.
Yeah, unfortunately, probably at this point, can't talk right now.
Needs Matrick to take a death, basically. This has been a very, very close race. I want to say our two runners were on each other's heels for almost the entire seed. X-Man getting to the Dragon fight.
I remember where Matrick had found those other key items, not even thinking that Axe had taken the same way into Windmill Cave, and that was the undoing there, because Axe would have went there, so...
Yeah, I think I noticed it when Axe was doing it, but I didn't think about the implications of missing out on that other key.
Matrick up to 4-3 right now, and Axe has begun his Dragon fight here.
Going for the less lag-inducing Flame Bracelet.
I mean, hey, that's my preferred method. I'm definitely a big convert. I mean, yeah, it's easy just to say Thunderstorm beats everything, and it kind of does, but...
Yeah, the lag frames really do matter in a close race like this.
A Flame Bracelet is definitely my weapon of choice going forward here. Gets those long lasers in, and now, unfortunately, Dragon 2 back to shoot popcorn here. Kinda hate to see it.
Yeah, as if Axe wasn't behind enough. This is it's still a pretty good Dragon 2 fight. It's just that Matrick had a very good Dragon 2 fight.
And even though Matrick has, like, next to no HP, he still does have that opal and the barrier spell, so yeah. Getting this crystal sword here, and is about to head into Dinah here. One thing I've definitely found out about, especially in this tower there with the Flame Bracelet, is The best way to make sure you hit all of them is you really need to trap against the wall. The best way to do that is aim up.
Yep. And there we go. Matrick is through the Dynafite. No problem. And has an official race time of 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 8 seconds. GG's to Matrick. Axeman not far behind. And we are now joined by our victor of the evening, Matrick. GG.
That's a good run, man.
It was a very close race.
Is it really? Is he right on my heels?
Yeah, he's in the tower now.
Did he find the power ring?
No, he didn't find the power ring. Basically, Axe was a little bit ahead for most of this seed. The biggest thing that happened between you two is how you both entered Windmill. Axewin in the front got shoved out by the Sword of Thunder. Did not find the space bar. Things while you found your way into Stixie and in the go mode they're in.
Dude, I was... I made the Hail Mary play, and then I went, okay, now it's time to check on density. I know it's not at a fog lamp, you know, so that's dead. So I'm just going to check Stixie first, and I immediately found it. I went, okay, let's go.
Yeah, no, it makes a lot of sense. We were actually wondering why Axe hadn't done it. Neither of us had caught that he didn't pick up the spacebar in the first place and needed to go back to Windmill Cave.
Speaking of, the treasure chest that you left behind was refreshed.
That would have been nice. That's a nice to have, but I mean, I don't know about Axe, but I fought Mado 2 the first time, and when I died, I went, you know what? I know where the Blizzard bracelet is. I got a 50% chance I could get this. I'm just going for it. So I went and picked it up, knowing I was going to have to come back anyway to kill Carbine, go through the backside. So I went, screw it, I'll just warp straight to Mado 1 if I get it, and then I'll go through the back door to get them finished off that way. And it paid off in spades.
Yeah, no, I commented on that at the time. It definitely seemed like a smart play. Yeah.
I was going through that tower, 2 full lag storms and it still wasn't enough to kill the robots. I was sitting there going, are you kidding me right now? Like, if Axe has the power ring and this is close, I've lost.
Like max scaling flag is on or something.
Oh, well, I mean, I was basically max scaling anyway. You're talking, 44 versus 47. It wasn't a huge difference anyway.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's just, yeah, it was kind of interesting. We did see that Axe did find the flame bracelet there. Did not believe the whole thing. Did actually pick up the love pendant, which is in the first chest there. Turned it in. Kensu only had a lousy flame bracelet.
I mean, if I have a choice, I'll take flame bracelet over storm bracelet. Also, can we talk about the pattern Dragon gave me today?
The nicest Dragon ever?
Are you kidding me? I got 6 short lasers in a row. I mean, honestly, when I saw how much damage that was being dealt to him at a time, I went, oh, I'm in for a long fight. And it was short laser after short laser after short laser after short laser. And I went, dude, did the game just decide to, put all these in this time instead of the one against Steve, which was over 4 minutes long?
Yeah, I was going to say, it was making up for your last race.
And what a joke. GG, man. Hey, welcome in.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I don't think a good Dragon fight could have been the difference. I mean, that was 3 minutes. And I had for what I had, I just had too many bad calls.
Apparently, we had very similar calls. You just went in the front door of the Windmill Cave and missed the space bar because of where Thunder was.
Oh,
and
really?
I went in the backside and I had Thunder. So when I was finished with all the bosses, I made the Hail Mary play on the crypt. And when the bows didn't work, I went, okay, I got to check on density. And so I went straight to Stixie.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you probably... Okay.
Yeah, honestly, we were sitting here for a little bit wondering why you didn't do the same thing until we realized that you had gone in the other way and didn't have the key to Stixie.
That's right, yeah. And I I did everything else before going back into Windmill Cave, which I probably should have done like first.
So we have, I mean, I don't know what spots you checked, but just from my own internal knowledge, Power Ring was either in Stixie, on Arillis, on Tornell of the Mountain, on Saber South, or at one of the Oak spots. I think that's all I had left, other than I knew you already had done Kensu. Oh, I didn't check. Oh, you did? I didn't check Kensu in Goa either, because I got the magic figurine off of Beto, or was it Brokahana, something like that?
No, I went in and got that too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was Brokahana.
Yeah. I reset out of the Warrior Ring, which would have been nice to have before I did Goa. I kind of just gambled on that Power Ring spot. The Warrior Ring was in the Power Ring spot.
I got the Warrior Ring, and I went, because I made a save in the front room, and I went to this Power Ring spot. I thought to myself, if it's garbage, I'm just going to load out. And I got the Warrior Ring, and I went, maybe this is worth keeping? And I used it in the tower because, God, they took, without Power Ring, man, the damage in there was abysmal. I used 2 lag storms, and 2 lag storms was not enough to kill the white robots. It was awful.
I had Flame Bracelet. I also didn't I was stupid and didn't get the Blizzard. I could have gotten the Blizzard Bracelet, and it would have probably, the time would have paid off on both Matos fights pretty easily.
I died Tomato.
Stupid.
I died Tomato 2 on the first run in there when I went through the front of Goa. And I went, okay, I got this statue. It's a 50% chance. I bailed, went and picked up the Blizzard Bracelet. Then I came in, I warped straight to Mato 1, then went in the backside of Goa and hit Carmine and Mato 2 that way. It was like, man, that was such a good play.
Let's see. And the speed boots were in Mato's
area? Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually hoping...
Very close at the same time. You were both in
Goa.
Yeah. You went different directions through Goa on your first pass. So
okay.
I think Matrick found them slightly earlier because you went bottom up.
I didn't realize I could have used the insect flute earlier. Or I forget where the insect flute was, but I think I could have used it earlier.
Oh yeah,
you had it when you went to Oak. You did. Yeah.
Yeah, and I totally spaced on that, and
Yep.
I could have. That was probably another few minutes. And I also went through the other exit of GBC Cave trying to get other stuff.
Oh yeah, that didn't pan out. I did that too.
No. Oh, you did that too. Okay, so that
because I started. As soon as I got the second chest in there, I immediately went down and hit the backside of GBC, and then I went, oh, okay, it's Sahara. I'll just hit the warp point for later, which ended up being worth it because after doing all the stuff in Cordell Plains, I had everything I needed to just go start clearing out the west side, and I was like, all right, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, when your big progression blocker early in the game is flight, having that warp point already in Sahara to start checking everything in the back half of the world is very nice.
So did you walk up and beat Kelbesk 1 before flight?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, me too.
Yeah, sure did. Because I think the insect flute was in Saber North.
Okay. Yeah, it might have been the second chest in there.
I think so. It was I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in Saber North.
I remember
because I already knew.
Yeah.
I knew that the alarm flute was the first. Was one of the 2 flutes that we got right at the beginning. And then I was like, okay, well, there's a 50% chance, 50% chance. No, I'm sorry. A 33% chance that the flute I had was the insect flute. And then I picked up another flute, and I went, okay, well, now I got a 66% chance. And I picked up a hazmat suit, I think also in Saber North.
That's
so
right,
I went, okay, I'm just going straight to Oak, and I'll just check to see if it's the insect while I'm here, because it's right around the corner. Sure enough, there it was.
Yep.
Yeah, that was.
I took some nasty body blows and face plants on enemies, and. Yeah,
I didn't have any bad deaths this run. I was kind of in the zone and I didn't make any real dumbass moves.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't, my big Hail Mary didn't pay off.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, guys like you, guys like me, and Tornell, you make one blunder, and that's all it takes. Because the relative skill is so close that, it's just all it takes is one mistake, and it can cost you an entire race. And so, yeah, if you're not making blunders, you got a good chance.
I didn't have any big mistakes. I mean, near the end, I was like, I knew that I had some routing issues earlier, and so I was checking. I was like making crazier plays instead of earlier ones to just because I needed to get that bow somewhere and it ended up being totally at the density obvious play that I put off. And so, yeah, that was, not the way to win.
I'm climbing up the tower, and I look over at my wife, and I said to her, all right, this is either the closest race ever, and I'm going to lose while I'm walking in to get Crystalis, or I got this one in the bag.
Oh,
because
yeah.
That's what I was feeling. As it's an hour and 7 minutes in, I'm going, okay, this was a pretty fast seed, but if Stixie had been gone too earlier, that could have made all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out it did. It just made the difference in your favor, Metric.
Sure, yeah. I mean, if I'd gone there, before I'd gone into Goa, for example, or if I hadn't made the Hail Mary play and just said, I'm making the density check, that could have changed a lot of stuff. And so, I've got these things going through my head as I'm walking up the tower, pissed off that it takes more than 2 thunderstorms to kill a pile of white robots.
Oh, I had Flame Bracelet. I was using that.
I never got it.
Oh, I forget where was it.
That was
maybe
the
it was
trade-in
Kensu
for the love pendant. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Yeah, that was another thing I did. I went into I remember there was a bow in Waterfall Cave, and I got the hint for the love pendant, and I got paralysis at some point, and so it was kind of like, okay, well, I'll, that could be my way to catch up. So I went into Fog Lamp Cave and got that. And,
I never touched Fog Lamp.
Okay, yeah, it was the third chest, so I didn't go to the back, and but then I got Flame Bracelet, but then so that probably made my tower a little faster. Oh, I didn't have Warrior Ring though. That might have.
Well, you stab robots anyway. I usually just hurt them and
I
wasn't
gonna stab them without the power ring, or I don't know. It's
God, that was a slow tower. They have so much defense. Anytime that 2 lag storms isn't enough to kill robots, man, that's a snail tower climb.
Oh yeah, I was getting most of them with two firestorms.
I think Flame Bracelet has the potential of getting more hits if you land like right in the perfect spot and get them stuck, because the lag storm does damage every so many frames, and it checks. It's like runs a global counter, and you can actually miss like the first tick. So there's if you have certain times where you'll have the white robots come out and you'll blast them with a thunderstorm and they'll die, and then the next time you do the same thing to the next pile and they don't die. It's because you just missed a tick, because you just hit the wrong global cycle, and that's what can happen.
Yeah.
Flame definitely has high potential.
Something frame rules, something imagine a bus.
Yeah. So you can only actually damage one enemy at a time. So if there's 3 robots stacked up, you can only damage. And the damage calculates every other frame. So if there's 3 robots, you're damaging one, and then 2 frames later you damage another one. 2 frames later you damage a third one. And the different the flame cyclone is actually made up of like 4 different hitboxes that each fire at different times. So between the different enemies and the different hitboxes, or maybe there's 8, something like that. So between the different hitboxes of the fire cyclone and the different enemies, like there's all sorts of factors that are hard to figure out.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's look to the future real quick. Axe, unfortunately, this is the loser's bracket, so you are now eliminated from the tournament. You put in a great showing. All your races have been fantastic, including this one. This was a great race, and looking forward to seeing you in future tournaments.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's all good. I'm gonna be at RPG Limit Break next week, so I'll be I got some other stuff to get ready.
Yeah, back to Ultima.
understand that.
Yeah. In fact, I actually have Taskbot sitting right here as a good luck charm, and it wasn't enough.
Ah, Taskbot, you have failed Axe for the last time.
Yeah.
Matrick, you move on. You are going to be playing the winner of this Wednesday's match, which is Show versus KFAL. That's going to be Wednesday, 9:45 Eastern Time.
As far as I'm concerned, whether I get Beavis or Butthead, it's going to be a fun match. Yeah, both of those guys are good runners, good dudes, and I know they're going to give us a good show. No pun
And
intended.
have you
there.
tried out the finals? You could have the finals flags. How are you on those?
I mean, that's what we used to run all the time. I'm very.
Oh yeah.
There's not, if you remember before the tournament stuff started, we had the race flag set we were running, and that was basically all the stuff, but it always had WH on. So it was essentially the same thing as the finals flags anyway. That's what we were running.
Oh.
So I don't really feel like I need to do super practice, but yeah, I mean, I'll be ready. I'll be ready to take on Tornell.
All right.
Wednesday's match is going to be the last match with the mid-round flags, and everything else after that is going to be finals flags. So those of you in the audience, maybe look into the WH flags if you want to have any idea what's going on in those races, because there's a lot to keep track of.
Oh yeah, it sure is a finals flag next week, huh? Nice.
Yep.
I couldn't remember if it was this week for the loser bracket or next week for the losers bracket, or if it was the whoever wins between myself and the show KFAL run.
Yeah. But yeah, no.
Well, good.
Yeah. I think that's gonna do it for the evening. Does anyone have any final words on this race before we wrap things up?
Jeff Peters!
Jeff Peters.
Apparently now, yes. No, that's all I've got.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. I've been Code Gorilla. I've been joined by Night Dew, Tornell on tracking, and of course Matrick and the Axeman on as our racers for the evening. This has been a lot of fun, and we will see you Wednesday night for Sho Fukumachi versus PMKFAL. Should be a good race. Yeah, that's all I got. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.